Jina ni Mheshimiwa Absalom Odhiambo Nyango. Mimi ni MCA Korogosho Ward. Kwa hivyo leo nimekuja kukashifu ile maneno ambaye mafans wa Shabana walifanyia His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga huko Gusii Stadium. Na mimi nataka niambie hao mashabiki wa Gusii, mlikosea Raila heshima ambaye Raila hajaikosewa heshima. Na nyinyi wa Gusii mmekuwa nyinyi na Wajaluo tumeshikana kitu moja. Lakini ile kitu ambaye mlionyesha Raila Amolo Odinga Jumapili ambaye imepita, hiyo sisi hatutakubali. Nataka niambie governor, huyo governor Nyaribo, tunasikia wewe ndio ulipanga hiyo maneno na ndugu ya Matiang'i ambaye ni CCM wako wa huko Nyamira County sijui wapi. I want to tell you governor, if you dare Raila Amolo Odinga, we will deal with you. Nao mashabiki wa Shabana FC, sasa nyinyi ni kama mmetuguza huku chini. Ukiguza Raila Amolo Odinga ni kama umeguza mayai yetu. Tunataka tuambie mashabiki wa hiyo timu, tumewapatia 24 hours mkuwa apologize kwa Raila Amolo Odinga, la sivyo itakuwa ni Edon. Mtakuwa na magames hapa Nairobi, hamtaingia kwa hizo stadium because ile kitu mlifanya kitu ya upuzi zaidi. We cannot allow kuaibisha Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Odinga hajawahi ekoliwa ati mnarusha maviti na kutoka nje. Raila Odinga amekuja kusupport team yenu. Anga nyinyi na upuzi yenu ati mnasema Raila must go. Mimi nataka niambia watu, kama unaona Raila alikusaliti, chukua baba yako, chukua mama yako kwa street. Raila pia amechoka na ni mzee ambaye amepigania hii taifa. Ati wewe unasema Raila ati must go. Ana go wapi? And I want to tell Gusii people, na si Gusii wote, ni hawa vinyangarika wa Shabana FC. If you are not going to apologize my friend, tutadeal na nyinyi vilivyo. Na mimi narudia, ule naona Raila Odinga alimsaliti, chukua baba yako, chukua mama yako, umpeleke kwa barabara ende andamani. Kwa nini ile iliandikwa hapo Mjaluo ni kuandamana kila siku? Tafadhali wa Gusii, tumekaa na heshima na nyinyi, lakini naona ni kama mtaka kuharibu hiyo heshima. Itakuwa ni hiyo timu yenu versus Gor Mahia. Tuone sasa nani ndio wajinga. Hiyo Shabana versus Gor Mahia tupatane. Tuone kama mpira itachezwa hiyo siku. Nonsense, bullshit.
To be honestly speaking, at some point Raila Amolo Odinga loses the election not because he's a bad guy. It's because of the supporters and the people around him. Now you see, the Korogosho MCA is just a young man who literally got into office the other day. Now he has gotten there. He feels like being a supporter of Raila Amolo Odinga, he has the authority to abuse or attack any other community in this country. Let me give you a history briefly about Raila Amolo Odinga. In 2007, Raila Amolo Odinga got 50% of the Gusii votes. In 2013, he defeated Uhuru Kenyatta and Ruto. 2017, the same case. And also in 2022, equally, he defeated Ruto in the votes that he received in Nyamira County. Most of the members of parliament come from the Gusii region. Most of the members of parliament in Gusii region are from the ODM party. Actually, in Nyamira County, there are about 2 or 3. And when we come to here in Gusii County, there are about 5. That means Raila Amolo Odinga received tremendous support from this region. And it's ideal that these people gain their respect as far as the ODM party and Raila support is concerned. Now, where Raila Amolo Odinga came here to Gusii Stadium, it was basically after he had a handshake with President William Ruto. Who likes President William Ruto in this country as we speak today? No one. So when you associate yourself with President William Ruto and then people reject you as well, then that means very well that William Ruto is the major cause of your rejection. Now the Korogosho MCA feels like he's a supporter of Raila Amolo Odinga and he has the authority to speak to the Gusii community, telling them to apologize to Raila Amolo Odinga. There's nothing to apologize. There's nothing at all. Raila Amolo Odinga's rejection in the Gusii community is going to form the basis of this analysis here today, ladies and gentlemen. But before I take you through, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment because that's the best support you can always give this channel. Now, let me dive into the topic today. Raila Amolo Odinga has been now rejected in the Gusii community entirely. Let me tell you that. He has been receiving almost or slightly above 50% of the votes. And let me tell you, most of those votes came from the young men and women of this region. The older generations never liked him ever since before. Probably they saw his selfishness before us. So therefore, the tremendous support Raila Amolo Odinga has been receiving is basically from the youth. And in this William Ruto's regime, the people who have been hurt most by Ruto, it is the youths of this country. When you talk of abductions, the people abducted most are the youths of this country. Up to recently, youths were abducted, including kids of less than 20 years, tortured and then released. Equally, people, especially millennials, have gone through terrible experiences under the abductors. If you look at those who have been killed, all of them actually are millennials. Let me say that. And the youths of this country. Killed, not all of generations. And now, if you associate yourself with President William Ruto, you are literally telling the youth of this country that your voice does not matter. What is wrong if you ignore them and they reject you? That is the reason, number one, Raila Amolo Odinga got rejected here in Gusii. Associating himself with Ruto, who has completely decided to get rid of the youth of this country. Secondly, you have to admit that betrayal in Raila Amolo Odinga is real. Betrayal on the basis that the course that you've been maintaining since 2013, Raila Amolo Odinga eventually abandoned it when he wanted him to uphold it most. People came out to the streets to demonstrate, just like the way Raila Amolo Odinga has been teaching them. They went to the streets, they demonstrated in the 2022, after 2022 elections, and the major call was for the reduction of the cost of living. Raila Amolo Odinga abandoned them, went to the NADCO report, and which was never implemented. They got into a deal with William Ruto and got supported to go to the AUC. Now, the youths felt like now Raila Amolo Odinga has left. We accord him the respect that he needs. And they did not touch him. They left him to enjoy himself with William Ruto. But now the youths decided to take up the journey themselves and push away President William Ruto from office. Raila Amolo Odinga saw that William Ruto's breadwinner is getting finished. He jumped ship and joined him, and eventually they entirely decided to deal with the youth of this country. In his handshake with William Ruto, it is where we experienced abductions taking place, people getting killed, people getting maimed, people getting tortured. Therefore, that betrayal that Raila Amolo Odinga portrayed literally puts him in a position of rejection by the youth of this country. So the Korogosho MCA and any other Raila supporter who feels like they need to disrespect the Gusii, shame on you. You can't do that. As we speak today, in the Gusii region, we've never been loyal to parties. Except during Nyachaya time, we voted Kama Suti. Nyachaya president, 40 people. MP, 40 people. Like that. That was during Nyachaya's time as our kingpin. So when it comes to the issue to do with loyalty to the parties, we are never. But people maintain their loyalty to Raila Amolo Odinga, voting for him to see a change in this country, especially the youths. But when they decide to give a huge number of voters to the ODM members of parliament, and upon receiving these votes, you abuse them back, it's very wrong. Assuming Raila Amolo Odinga did the good thing by joining government, he had an opportunity to appoint cabinet secretaries to the cabinet through William Ruto. He has had very loyal members from Gusii region, including Bosire, who is a very nice financial manager. Somebody who has been standing by Raila Amolo Odinga ever since, vying for gubernatorial seat under Raila Amolo Odinga ever since. Raila Amolo Odinga did not see him when it comes to the national matters. He gave us Oparanya, whom as we speak now, there are scandals following him. He gave us Mbadi, scandals following him. He gave us Opiyo Wandayi, completely doesn't know what's happening in his docket. He gave us Joho, who does not know even the ministry that is occupying. And he left people who are knowledgeable and knows what they are doing. Then now you come and tell the Gusii community not to reject Raila Amolo Odinga. When Raila had an opportunity to balance his Nyanza politics, he ignored the Gusii community. Now when they reject him, you are coming here to make noise to tell them, warning them here and there. Raila Amolo Odinga has been vying for presidents for quite some time. And in all these times, Raila Amolo Odinga has not won, has not become the president. In all these times, Raila Amolo Odinga has been the Nyanza candidate. Now, Raila Amolo Odinga has aged. He's now old. He's going out of politics. And the Gusii community and the Kenya at large, we have spoken about Dr. Fred Matiang'i. Then Raila Amolo Odinga comes and tells us that our votes are not enough to make Raila Amolo Odinga president. You, Raila Amolo Odinga, who has been having enough votes, why haven't you won the presidency? Mbono hujaishinda? Now Matiang'i has come out, you are telling the Gusii community they don't have enough votes. That kind of a statement did not augur well with the youths, the older generations, even the women of this country, of the Gusii, specifically of the Gusii region. And that is the major reason as to why Raila Amolo Odinga is rejected. My name is Abel Mukua. Please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment.